You already know Disney Cruise Line is an amazing vacation, but did you know you could make it even more magical? Listen to this episode of Travel Talk to find out how.
Welcome to Travel Talk, where our expert magical memory planners discuss ways you can have fun, memorable, stress-free family vacations.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Travel Talk. I am so excited today to talk to you about Disney Cruise Line. And not just Disney Cruise Line that you may know and love. You already know it is the most amazing vacation out there. You already know that it is a vacation your family will absolutely love. It is full of magic and amazing food and great experiences, character experiences, the most amazing entertainment at sea, and of course, the only cruise line that has fireworks at sea. But you might not know that there is a way that you can make your vacation even more magical. And that's what we're going to talk about on this episode of Travel Talk. This experience that can really plus up your Disney Cruise Line is by staying in the concierge. This is like almost a little kept secret about Disney Cruise Line with special spaces, special experiences, and even more. And I can't wait to tell you all about it. So we are going to talk about that today. The experience on Concierge starts from the very beginning, and it really actually starts before you even board the ship because even through the check-in process and the pre-boarding experience, pre-selecting your experiences that you might want to book excursions, you might want to book a cabana, you might want to make arrangements for special dining experiences. All of that is taken care of by the concierge even before you board the ship. So it's amazing. But starting from when you actually get to the port, let's talk about that. So, of course, you have a dedicated special check-in, and this is going to expedite your check-in and also expedite your entire embarkation process. And so might have a special lounge depending on what port you're sailing out of, but you can wait in. But the concierge guests are among the first to board, and so it makes the whole experience even that much more magical. Once you get on board, although you'll be greeted and they will celebrate your arrival like all the rest of the guests, you will have the opportunity to have a very special lunch. And so the Walt Disney 1923 is the restaurant that they use on the Disney Wish, the Disney Treasure, and the Disney Destiny for the concierge lunch. But each of the ships will have a special place that you can go to and have a wonderful sit down lunch. And this is just such a great way to start your trip. You come onto your vacation, you've been traveling, maybe you've been in the parks for a few days, maybe you just flew in the night before and got up early and couldn't sleep because you were so excited your vacation was about to start. And now you're on board and you're looking at the navigator, you're trying to get your Wi-Fi set up, you're connecting with your other guests, and all of that can happen during a nice seated, relaxed lunch. You may have a few items that you carried on with you. And so it can be really awesome way to start your vacation to have a nice served lunch before heading to your cabin or to the pool or wherever you're going to start your vacation. And this happens with concierge with this dedicated restaurant, usually right off of the lobby, the main atrium area where you just boarded. So super easy to find, easy to deal with your stuff. Go have a nice lunch and get your vacation started right. So you definitely will enjoy that private welcome lunch. After that, you might go to the pool, you might go to one of the children's spaces, you might want to go to the Oceaneers Club, but one of the places you'll frequent during your time in concierge is the concierge lounge. And there's so many good things to talk about for the concierge lounge. There's just so much. And this is one of the amazing parts. It's like a ship within a ship. It's an area dedicated to our concierge guests where they are going to have even extra service, attendants there that are going to take care of them and things that are going to make their trip super easy. One of the things they have there are some drinks. So you will enjoy some cocktails there before dinner. And of course, they have a menu of items there. The lounge is a beautiful indoor space to relax away from the hustle and bustle of the ship. You won't even know how many people are on board when you're up in that concierge lounge, just relaxing and enjoying yourself. Absolutely amazing. There's also yummy treats up there. Find plenty to snack on in the concierge lounge. And the concierge lounge is located right around where the concierge rooms are. So you don't have to head down to one of the buffets or one of the other eating areas if you just want a little snack. Of course, you can always order room service too. But if you want to go get something to eat, there is stuff in the concierge lounge for you. And so amazing snacks will be there. And there's also drink stations, so you can get some coffee, a cappuccino, or help yourself to some tea if you want that. Whatever you want, you're going to have that in the concierge lounge. So lots of options for you to enjoy and have while you're there. Another amazing benefit of being in the concierge lounge is, or in concierge, staying in concierge, of course, is that you will have access to priority seating in the Walt Disney Theater. So, the Walt Disney Theater, there is one on all of the Disney ships, and that is where your main Broadway-style shows are going to be. So, every evening there's a show there. Every ship will have about three different shows, and there'll be some other activities in there on the other nights, depending on how long your sailing is. But they are some of the best shows at sea. Disney's an entertainment company. I mean, this is what they know, this is what they do really well. So they have some original productions like Seize the Day or Seize the Adventure, sorry, and some other shows that they've kind of the Golden Mickeys that have been designed for Disney Cruise Line. And then they have other shows that are kind of take off on some of their movies that you may already know. So things like Frozen. There's a Frozen show, there's a Moana show, there's an Aladdin show, there's a Beauty and the Beast show and others. There's a new show coming to the Disney Destiny that's based on Hercules. So many cool things to see at the Walt Disney Theater. And having that priority seating because you're a concierge guest is awesome because you can head right in, have awesome seating, and not have to worry about getting there early for that. Another thing to take note of is if you are a concierge guest, you're going to have some of the most amazing staterooms at sea. So let's start with some of the very unique staterooms. So on the Disney Treasure, there is the Tomorrow Tower Suite. This is an amazing suite. It's actually 2 floors. It has multiple bedrooms. It has a beautiful lounge area overlooking the ship. It is really a stunning room. And of course, it has that whole theme of kind of Epcot, the Epcot ball, and the futuristic experience that you kind of think of when you think of Epcot and Tomorrow. So just such a fun, really, really luxurious suite. But whether you have something like one of those royal suites or one of the specialty suites, or you have a concierge room with veranda, there is beautiful, beautiful bedding, beautiful decorations, beautiful theming. These rooms are just spectacular. So no matter what concierge room you get, you're going to love it. And now with the new ships, they have also included some ocean view rooms in concierge. So you have a choice of ocean view or rooms with veranda. There's 1 and 2 bedroom suites, multiple options. So something to fit everyone in concierge, of course. And one of the other things about concierge that I'll just kind of say on the general side, and that is that they just have this way of surprise and delighting their guests. So it's just that extra level of customer service, that extra level of pixie dust, a little extra magic, however you want to say it. But those cast members that are up in concierge are that extra layer of magic, even though customer service is amazing throughout Disney Cruise Line and every guest will have a magical, experience. The concierge cast members are just like a little bit above that, and they just do little things for you throughout your stay that'll just really surprise and delight. So I don't know what your stay exactly will be like. Everyone's might be a little bit different, but just know that they are there to surprise and delight you throughout your cruise. So I wanted to say, don't just take my word for it. So I reached out to some of our clients and agents that have traveled with Disney Cruise Line Concierge, and I wanted to know from them as well, what was their experience like and how did they feel about it? And I thought that this was a good opportunity to kind of share with you some other people's opinions. You might not always want my opinion, but so here's some opinions from some of our guests. So our guest Cindy said, my favorite part of sailing concierge is how the concierge team takes care of everything for you. And that's really what it comes down to. It's that extra level of service. They are so good at making sure that they are meeting your needs and that your different things are being taken care of. And that's why I said it's going to be a little different for everyone because not everybody needs the same thing. So I can't say that everybody's experience is going to include this in your room and this special gift and this special drink and this special whatever, because everybody's experience is going to be a little different. And they have a knack for figuring out how you want to travel and what makes your trip, magical. And they have a way of making that happen. And Cindy experienced that when she traveled concierge. We also heard from one of our amazing clients, Charles. He was saying that sailing Disney Concierge has been an incredible experience for us, truly the only way to cruise. And I'll say that he's usually cruises concierge, but from time to time, before he started sailing concierge, he did sail, without concierge. So he really knows the difference. Concierge makes a big ship feel small because you get to know and build relationships with the concierge team. We've loved having the lounge with food and drinks always available, plus the private sun deck and jacuzzi are such a treat. The attendants are amazing at helping with anything, whether it's excursions, dining, or last minute details, and nothing is ever too much trouble. Our future cruises will definitely always be Disney Concierge. So Charles gets it. Once you sail concierge, it's hard not to. But yeah, just how they really can pay attention to those details for you, and they never are bothered by what you ask them to do and how you may need them to help you out. And so it's really nice when you get a service team that is happy to please and eager to help. And I feel like that just makes the experience that much better. So thank you, Charles, for sharing that with us. And then our last uh, response, I guess, was from another one of our agents, Carla. She said concierge on the Disney Wish was the best experience we have ever had. The staff was outstanding. They were able to grab us a last minute cabana and dinner at Palo. So, just a little background, Carla had booked a veranda stateroom that was not in concierge. And as a special surprise for her birthday, when they were at the port getting ready to board, her husband surprised her by upgrading them to concierge. So they did not have that advantage of getting things pre-booked with the concierge and the planning process, so like you would normally have. But the concierge did amazing things and were able to get them into Palo as well as get them a cabana. And like I said, I can't promise that everybody's experience is going to be that way, but they do what they can to really help and make your experience special. So she also said the snacks and beverages in the lounge made it so we didn't want to leave. We even had a special visit from characters, and she shared with me some photos of her and her son with Pluto up in the lounge. So again, just the way that Disney makes it that much more special. If you've sailed Disney Cruise Line, you probably have thought, I love Disney Cruise Line. This is an amazing vacation. I can't imagine it could get any better. Well, we're here to tell you it actually can if you decide to sail concierge. And so we hope we can be there to help you with that. We can be that liaison between you and the concierge leading up to your vacation. Of course, help find the right stateroom, sail date, the right itinerary, and the right ship for you. Make sure all your questions are answered. So you kind of have two sets of concierge. You have us and then the Disney concierge once you board. And so, like they say at Disney, see you real soon. And we hope that you choose Disney Cruise Line. And we hope that you think about maybe trying Disney Cruise Line Concierge.